Relationship Arena.
Good morning and welcome back to the last Saturday in 2022. We have made it through another year. Yes. This is Relationship Arena, being ready for commitment. I am your host, MC Hardaway. This is the platform where we talk about all things marriage, relationship, commitmentship, and situationship. And today I have my favorite guest of the year, of the month, of everything, Mr. K Hard.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I decided to bring him on, and we end this year outright together, showing that great unity that we have and that we are suggesting for others to have, either now or eventually. And so today is just a recap and encouragement for the entire year summed up and moving forward, what to not take into 2023 in these relationships or commitmentships or situationships. You need to end these situations, so that's one of them. But today, we're just going to do a little elaborating, just a little talking, and hopefully it brings you some joy, some happiness, some helpful information to just get you off to a better start or maybe get you out some crazy situations, all right? So, Mr. K Hard, how you feeling this morning?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well. I mean, this year has went by. A lot has happened in 2022, but we here.
Oh, yeah. We still here.
We still here, so that's enough to be thankful about. But now we're ending this year, and all the crazy things we've seen in these relationships and the lack of them. What do you think about all this? What have you seen in relationships?
Still a lot of crazy. But you still have those out there who have grown up.
I agree, and we need them to grow up. Now we just need the rest of them to grow up. But it is a lot. So, like, I've talked about different things throughout 2022, like stop playing games with people's hearts. Stop playing with their emotions. Mm-hmm. You know, you put in what you want from a relationship. If you're not really in these relationships and you're just using somebody to leave, don't do people like that. You know, where you stand on that?
Yeah, I agree, especially today. You can't be messing around with people's time and emotions.
I totally agree. It's like people are so disrespectful, they're not realizing the consequences behind your actions. Even in relationship, there are consequences behind your actions. And if you are just there to get what you can out of somebody while the next person's actually into you, then what are you really expecting to happen? This person that's into you got some real feelings for you and is maybe looking toward the future like he or she should. But the person that's taking advantage has no moral compass, apparently, and think that nothing's going to happen. Hey, you might come across the crazy. You might have literally tapped into their core and said, you know what? I'm going to scramble up some stuff because you're not going to do nothing. Mm-hmm. And then you go and mess with their insides. Now, a whole nother characteristic done came out of these person.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. What do you think?
You hit it right on the head. There's too much carelessness going on. It's really something that somebody will waste your time and not care about what you got going on or how you feel mentally. But you're wrong if you flip it on them.
Yeah, I think you're totally wrong. Like, please go sit down somewhere. Stop doing people that way. You know, I've been saying for the longest, treat people how you want to be treated, and especially in these relationships. Stop trying to go in, getting all you can get, but you're disregarding the next person. You're just going in to use, and then you want to leave. And you're expecting nobody to feel any type of way, not to feel wrong or mistreated by your actions and your behavior. So I'm definitely recommend do not take that characteristic and that action to 2023. Don't do that to no one. I mean, if you can't understand, just sit back and imagine what it would feel like if someone has done that to you. What would you really feel like on the inside? I know I wouldn't like it. I will not stand for that. I don't want to be treated that way, so I'm not going to treat anyone that way. You know, that's just basic information. Don't do it. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be cheated on, mistreated, talked down to. Just being careless with your words. Don't do it, okay? That's all I'm suggesting. Just think about things before you do it and how it affects others, not just yourself, okay? Don't be greedy and disrespectful.
That's it.
That's how you get those situationships. That's where that come from. Situationships, y'all, we want to avoid those. Let's do better. And then also, I also seen on some TV show, I'm not going to name it, where there was a couple, they got married, and this lady was like trying to stay ahead of a problem that she thought she was foreseeing. So she coming to the mindset that all men cheat. And so I'm going to marry a man, and to keep down problems, I'm going to give him 1 day a year to go and cheat, to get out his system for the year, and then come back to me. Now, guess what? She in her feelings now. It don't work anymore. You don't trust him. You don't feel like he's connected to you wholeheartedly and mentally. Well, why do you feel that way? Huh? It's not like you just gave your man away for a day to go do whom and whatever he wanted to do and then come back to you. What's stopping him from doing it again without your consent? What's stopping him from bringing you back a disease you definitely didn't want and ask for? You just let him go and put his body parts and lips and everything else on somebody else and then bring it back to you for the rest of the days of the year. How stupid is that? Now they're getting a divorce. Now it's not there. You know what? That is so reckless. And you not staying ahead of something. Why I think I keep saying, get with somebody you connected with. Get with somebody that thinks like you think and is actually interested and in love and likes you for you. And y'all share that mutual common ground. Why do you think I keep saying that? You can't just get with on anybody and think it's just going to work. Otherwise, he wouldn't have accepted that. Matter of fact, if you had brought that up, he would have said, you know what? I'm not in it for this. I'm in it because I love you. I'm not doing it. But if you still going to have that mindset that men's going to cheat and put me in the same ball ground as everybody else, then we just need to cut this out. This is not even a relationship. What you say? What would you say if I was saying some craziness like that?
It's a setup. Always a setup. It's going to give you the option to do it once. Who say I ain't going to do it right after that time you give me? It just opened me up to just, hey, if she let me do it this time, why not the next time? Next time I just won't tell her. She won't do it.
See, and that's the mindset. That's like opening Pandora's box. You can't do that. Ladies, if your mind is there, don't get into a relationship, okay? And stop summing up the whole gender for what some may do, okay? All men don't cheat.
Right. Or what you allow.
Yeah, and it's also what you allow. That's why I say in the beginning, these relationships, when it's starting out as young, you're dating, you're getting to know each other, ask a lot of questions. Put out a lot of things. Put some scenarios out there. And put yourself in those scenarios and then ask them to put them in there. Because you don't want to have these things. You don't want to get in relationships and stuff at the beginning of the relationship is going on. You don't like it. But you call yourself trying not to be a nag or saying too much. Now the situation has gotten worse. Now you're a month, 3 months, a year down the line. You don't like it anymore. But what they going to say once you bring it to them? Well, I've been doing all this time. You ain't had no problem with it. Why you want to change it now? See, that stuff right there, you have to be careful about. If you don't want nobody cheating on you, you let them know at the beginning, I don't do cheating. I don't play games. I'm not going to mess with your heart. I'm not going to do anything to make you feel less than or that this relationship is not real to me or I'm not respectful enough to it. We're not going to do that. You say what you need to say at the beginning of this thing. Put out your boundary lines. What should not be crossed, what you will and will not accept. And then at the same time, don't go into a relationship with these type of insecurities that you place on someone else because they can become a reality if that's the case. That's why healing yourself and your mind is a must before you actually enter a relationship. Please don't go in a relationship and you killing it before it starts. You add into these problems. And again, women, not all men cheat. If he's for you, he's going to be for you. Okay? Stop putting all this on the man. And plus, they don't do what you allow. Okay? And men, not all women cheat. And I'm sure y'all know that. Not all women cheat. I know we go through our process at times. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. You having fun. If that's the case, have your fun. Just don't be in a relationship while you're doing it, okay? Because when you get in a relationship, let alone a marriage, the fun changes to the two of y'all having fun. To y'all maybe having couples nights and other things like that, where it's good, simple, innocent, but amazing fun with the two of y'all. Not bouncing from person to person, seeing how many people I can sleep with and play with before I decide I want to settle down and get it out of my system. Yeah, I suggest y'all to stop that. That is not worth it, honey. It's not worth it, and it's too much on the mind and the heart. Everybody can't take it, and everybody definitely don't take it well. What do you have?
I'm with you, baby. It's too much thing and too much leeway. You give me enough rope, I can hang myself. You got to be mindful of the things you do, say, and internalize. That's another thing people not doing. They're not stepping outside of themselves and seeing what can happen.
I agree. They just acting. And then say, oh, I can do anything I want. You know what, you can. But don't get upset for what comes behind you doing what you want. Because you're not just doing it to yourself. You want to do what you want, go do what you want to yourself. Nobody going to say anything. But when you bringing somebody else in the mix, where there's another mind and feeling and emotions, then, you're going to have some stuff coming. And you can't expect everybody to turn the other cheek. You can't keep doing what you want to other folks and then expect them to keep turning the other cheek. People get tired nowadays. Nowadays, people are really tired. Like, for instance, men are stepping up now. I mean, more so verbally than you would have. Men are not just taking the okie doke because they feel they can with these women. Because y'all doing something different nowadays. I don't know because it's 2022 or y'all lost all hope for man and humanity. I don't know. But men have verbalized themselves way more than I've ever seen in my relationship, in my marriage. And they should. They getting tired of this crazy stuff. It's just ridiculous nowadays. Where do you stand?
I'm speechless.
Why are you so speechless?
It's enough not being said. Then now, me and I saying what needed to be said because too many games being played out here, and it's to the point where now your life is literally on the line.
And it's so sad. Y'all just be mindful of other people. Be mindful of your actions. Be careful. And stop being so reckless. People do not have to put up with your mess. So stop thinking they should. We not doing this. You putting yourself in a hole, a very big hole. And you're also going to leave yourself lonely for a very long time. Especially when it comes to you want a man to give all he has, pay all your bills, provide love and protect you, and all the things that we are, we do look for. But at the same time, as the woman, or whatever you want to call yourself, you don't want to put in no work. You don't want to give anything emotional support, encouragement. You don't want to go and do any extra work. You don't want to go and start a business or go to school or bring something extra that's going to help pour into him to keep doing what he's doing in providing, protecting, and giving you everything you need to make sure you're living like you want to live. It's not one-sided, people. It's a partnership. A relationship is a partnership and is an agreement between the two of you on how you want to live your life together, what type of relationship you want. Do you want to make it to marriage? No, marriage is not dead. It's just people are lazy. People are disrespectful. And your mind is limited to what it can be. You are being narrow-minded. And so you can't have all of this and what he wants and what he can do for you, but you not bringing anything to the table and you're disregarding what he is. Oh, he's just supposed to give me what I want. I don't have to ever work ever a day in my life. I'm just going to be his muse and all this other bull. But guess what, honey? That is not enough. If the tables were turned and he came to you and said, I don't want to ever work. I support you from the house. Mama just going to be your muse. I give you some nookie every now and then. You got to go out, work, keep your mind stable, bring in the money, and go on extra support to support him from the house, mentally and physically, and still do a bunch of other jobs and then get nothing in return when you come home. You ain't got nothing. Hey, honey, how you doing? How was your day? What can I do for you? You know, can I rub your feet? Let's fix something. Let's cook. You want to do something together? Let's go be a team. Let's go be happy. Let's go do some adventures. You get none of that. All you doing is putting out your demands, and in return, there is nothing. Nobody's going to keep dealing with that. Man or otherwise. Nobody's not finna keep dealing with that. I need y'all to grow up and stop the crazy, okay? Stop being lazy and trifling and expecting the world from one individual, and then you do nothing on your, nothing. Nothing. Please, by all means, get over yourself. Grow up. Do not enter 2023 with this mindset. Don't do it. Anywho, we're just encouraging y'all to have the best relationship that you can possibly have. If you're in one amazing relationship, please keep growing. Keep growing and keep the outside drama outside your relationship. And for the ones that want to have something great, just be smart. Do things the best way you know how. Go get some information to learn how to do things a little better. Share with each other, love on each other, care for each other. And don't take anybody for granted. Even the little things count. Believe me, they count. We just want you to have the best year to come. I'm claiming 2023 is going to be amazing. Amazing.
I second that.
And I'm looking forward to it. All areas. I'm looking forward to it. So, that is all we have for you today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part. Thank you for sharing. And I hope that this podcast has sent you some type of assurance, gave some help, some guidance, some type of instructions on what not to do to keep yourself out of those situationships, all right? So, again, I am your host, MC Hardaway. This is Relationship Arena, being ready for commitment with my special guest, Mr. K. Hard.
Holla.
And I hope the best for you in this new year. Keep your mind right, treat people right, love on each other, and love on yourself, all right? And until the next show in 2023, we are going to say, holla.